Hello everyone, this is Jeff from Love Your Customer and this is episode 90. On this episode, we try to solve the customer care problem with technology and with social media and with other variables that could be effectively deployed to solve this problem as businesses face a customer care problem where they have a huge customer base and they need to resolve queries. It's particularly ineffective. The customer care becomes ineffective if the customers are having a lot of queries with regards to the product or the service they are taking, or there is mismatch of communication between business and the consumer would like to resolve the inconvenience cost. It all plays down to customer care or customer service, and most businesses, they try to resolve customer care. It was previously done with call centers. People used to take calls, inbound calls from customers, and it was followed with the social media where businesses deployed their official pages as a customer resolution page for customer queries. Usually customers would like to speak about their experience about the product, and businesses would jump in on the conversations to figure out if the customer had a good experience, and if at all, if the customer had a bad experience, they try to resolve it. And it was done in that fashion till maybe 2-3 years ago, where companies deployed these live chat supports and they try to increase the connectivity between the customer and businesses. Still it wasn't efficient because businesses need to have a big infrastructure to have one-on-one conversation with their customer. It always played down to the cost variable, as customer care does not generate revenue in terms of the sales team or marketing team, what they kind of bring in the customer care. Although they do some type of cross-sell or upsell or resolve some kind of customer queries to retain the customer from moving away or asking for a refund, all that plays out, but still the customer care problem was difficult to solve for businesses. And with the advent of the chatbots, it's really changing the atmosphere in the customer care sector. As you know, the chatbots weren't efficient. They were hard coded, and customers felt their queries couldn't be resolved because everyone had a unique way of asking what they're looking for, unless a chatbot was able to understand the semantic, or able to understand the slang, or able to understand the way the customers communicated what their real query is. And with the advent of this recurrent neural network or deep learning and long and short-term memories with the sequence-to-sequence models, the chatbots have really improved a lot because they were able to identify the semantics with the words to vectors. What they were able to do is they were able to convert words into vectorized space, and they were able to map words based on their occurrence in the sentence. So by that way, the English or the vocabulary was mapped so that the computer learned, like a normal human being, what words precede what words and what is the semantic of sentence. Is it a subject, verb, object, or what were the variables that affected these factors. And chatbots were incredibly efficient in 2016 and 2017. The trend is moving up where consumers could have real conversation with the chatbots and really scale, and it's one of the problem solving variable with respect to chatbots. So thanks for listening, guys. Have a great week.